Okay, so this is machine rear delt fly. You can do this on a machine like this one, or you can do it on cables. It doesn't really matter. The cable is slightly better if you have the time to set it up, specifically because whenever you use a cable, you're able to get a slightly more diagonal angle that is actually lining up the rear delt slightly better. This, what you can do is you can angle your torso a little bit in the way that I'll show you, which makes it a little bit better, okay? So most of these machines are also chest presses, so sometimes they'll be set up here, so there's like pins on them. If it's here, it's set up for the chest. It's set up for me to do a movement in front of me. For me to change it, I just pull the pin and I just move it. And I move it to most of the time as far forward as I can go, okay? And then very, very simple, if you come around here, I'm just standing on the machine. I have suspected spam calling me. I'm gonna say no to that. So I'm sitting like this, okay? Your seat height is going to depend on the person. In my experience, most people tend to put the seats down too low, okay? And they're reaching their hands up like this, which is not what you want. I think for most people, you want to set it up so that the seat is at a height where your shoulder, elbow, hand are nice and straight. So this seems relatively appropriate for me. If I bring this in here, again, the hands are like this. I can hold them like this or like this. This is generally better because if I'm doing this one, it's going to be related to my grip. I'm trying to pull out like this, and if I'm holding that, my grip becomes quite a bit of a limiter, okay? So, picking the appropriate weight by putting the pin in, hands like this, I lean into the pad. What is slightly better, you don't have to do this, but it is slightly better. If I'm upright like this, it's not quite as good as if I lean ever so slightly forward. Not a massive amount, just a tiny bit. And then all I'm thinking about doing is I'm thinking about touching a button behind me with my elbows, like this. So I'm only thinking about there's something behind my elbows here and here, and I want to just touch them like that. So sitting here, driving the hands back, touching the button with the elbows. I come down nice and slow. I bring them back out, touch the button with the elbows, down nice and slow, touch, down nice and slow. Main thing whenever you come forward, if you see the stack, I'm not doing this where I lose all the tension. I'm maintaining the tension the entire time, okay? Bringing it back, squeezing like this, down. You also want to think about doing this movement quite slow. A lot of people will do these much too fast. If you're doing these appropriately, it should take you a minute or two to do a set of 10. It should be a very controlled movement. So it should be something like this. Back, squeeze, slow, back, squeeze, slow. Just like that. So that is a machine rear delt fly or rear pec deck.